Hello students, I hope you all are fine and doing your studies at your home. So this is your subject teacher of science and today I am here with exercise of chapter number 13, that is walk on the moon, from your textbook. So my dear students, take out your science book and pencil eraser along with you while doing the exercises of this chapter. So my dear students, before starting the exercises of this chapter, let's have a quick overview on this chapter. So as you know that the name of chapter number 13 is walk on the moon. So my dear students, you know very well human beings had always dreamed of the going the moon, and this dream came true. So students, in this chapter, first of all, we had discussed about the moon. So the moon is the large natural object that travels around the earth, and after the sun it is the brightest object in the sky. So students, in this chapter we are going to discuss about the three astronauts who went to the moon. So students, in year 1969, the three astronauts flew to the moon in a rocket, and one of them was Neil Armstrong and another two are Aldrin and Michael Collins. So my dear students, Neil Armstrong was the first man to step on the moon and said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." So students, in this chapter, these topics are given and I hope you understood it very well. And here, the first Indian woman to go moon was Kalpana Chawla and the second one was Sunita Williams. So let me tell you about these two women. The students, Kalpana Chawla was the first Indian woman to go into space for the first time in 1997. And the second woman was Sunita Williams. She stayed in space for 6 months in 2007, or you can say that she was the first woman in the world to spend 195 days in space. So this was all about this chapter. Now let's come to the exercises of this chapter. So my dear students, look here. Question number 8, tick the correct answer. So here you have to choose the correct answer from the given option and tick it. Students, first one is the moon travels around the options are object, earth or sun. So students, you know very well moon travels around the earth, so you have to tick option number B. Next one is he was the first man to set on the moon. Students, you know very well Neil Armstrong was the first man to set foot on the moon. So here answer will be option number A. But students, here the spelling of Armstrong is wrong. The correct spelling of Neil Armstrong is Neil, Neil, Armstrong, Neil Armstrong. Okay. Next one is, on the moon there is no air too. So tell me the answer. Yes, here answer will be option number C, that is breathe. Next is, she was the first Indian woman to go into space. So students, the first Indian woman to go into space was Kalpana Chawla. So here also option number C will be the correct answer. Okay, so I hope you understood the answer of this question. Now let's come to the question number B. Write true or false. Students, here after reading the statement you have to write true for the correct statement and false for the incorrect one. Let's read the statement first. After the stars, the moon is the brightest object in the sky. So my dear students, as I told you, after the sun, moon is the brightest object in the sky. So in this way here you have to write true, 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 in the first blank space. Okay, now next is, one day 2 astronauts flew to the moon in a rocket. So students, this statement is not true, because one day 3 astronauts flew to the moon in a rocket, and there were Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins and Edwin Aldrin. So this statement is false. So you have to write here FALSE, false. Now next is, there is no life on the moon. So this statement is true, because life is not possible on the moon. There is no air to breathe and water to drink, so we cannot live on the moon. So this, in this statement you will write here false. Next, true, TRUE, true. Next is, astronauts took photographs on the moon. So students, we have learned many new things about the moon from the photographs and samples collected by the astronauts. So students, this will prove that the astronaut took a lot of photographs of the moon. So this statement will be also true. Now next is, Sunita Williams stayed in space for 195 days. So students, this statement is also correct. So here answer will be true. Okay, is that clear to you all? Now student, let's move on to the next question, that is question number C. Answer these questions. So students, here we are going to give the answer of the following questions. Now students, for answering these questions, you have to use your notebooks. So take out your notebooks, pencil, eraser along with you. Now I am going to tell you how to write the question answer in your notebook. So students, first of all, mention the date, and after that you have to mention chapter number 13 and the name of the chapter, Walk on the Moon, and exercises. After that, question number C, answer these questions. Now let's discuss about the answer of the following questions. Question number 1, what do you know about the moon? So my dear students, in the answer of this question you will write, the moon is a natural satellite that revolves around the earth. Okay. Next is, who was the first man land on the moon? Students, here answer will be Neil Armstrong was the first man to land on the moon. Okay. Students, write it carefully, because some spellings are lengthy and you have to write the spelling correctly. Now next, question number 3, what did the astronaut bring back to Earth? So students, in the answer of this question you will write here, astronauts brought some soil and rock samples from the moon surface. Is that clear to you all? Now let's come to the last question, that is question number 4. Why there is no life on the moon? Because there is no air to breathe and water to drink. So students, that's why there is no life on the moon. So I hope you understood this exercises very well by the help of this video. So students, now you have to complete the exercises in your book as well as your notebook also. So this is homework for you, and I hope you will do it. When school will open, I will check it. Okay, so this chapter is completed. Now let's take this chapter at a glance, what you have learned from this chapter. So students, here I am going to summarize few points. Like, we see the moon at night in the sky. It shines brightly in the sky. Neil Armstrong was the first man to set foot on the moon. We cannot live on the moon. There is no air to breathe. And Kalpana Chawla went into space for the first time in year 1997. So students, by the help of this chapter, you will connect from the universe and come to know about the history of the moon. Now your turn to study it and grasp it. Thank you. Bye and take care.